Hello, good morning, students. Today we're going to be learning about elapsed time. And elapsed time is how long it takes to do something from the beginning to the end. So how much time has passed from the start of an activity until the end of an activity is the elapsed time. So today we're going to talk about a couple of simple ones, and then I'm going to give you a challenge to come up with, and we'll find some solutions together to figure out the elapsed time. So today I just want to start with showing you that you can figure out elapsed time on an analog clock, or you can also use kind of like a number line, only this one is marked for time. Both of our clocks are marked for 8 o'clock right now, for an 8 o'clock start. So we're going to do a simple one, and here is my question for you. If you start getting ready at 8 o'clock for school and you finish at 8:30, how much elapsed time has gone by? How much time did it take you to do that activity? So we're going to begin at 8 o'clock and we're going to end at 8:30. And we know how to do time to the hour and time to the half hour. So we're going to figure out how many minutes actually went by, or how many minutes the activity took to get ready from 8 o'clock to 8:30. And some of you probably already know this answer. So let's do it just to make sure we know. We're going to start by moving the minute hand, because the minute hand is what is moving from 8 to 8:30. And let's count how much time goes by. 5, 10, skip counting by fives, 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes goes by from 8 to 8:30. So the elapsed time that it took us to get ready when we started at 8 o'clock and we ended at 8:30 is 30 minutes went by. So we would write that elapsed time is 30 minutes. And we can look at the same thing on our number line clock by starting at 8 o'clock. If you notice, every blue minute hand line is counting our minutes on the number line for time, and all the red numbers are the hour hands, and they match the red hour hand on our teaching clock. So if we start at 8 o'clock and we counted, we would have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 would take us to 8:30. So we can count it the same way there as well. So let's do a little bit different type of a problem. So let me get that set up for you. All right, here we go. So let's try this problem. Say we are going on a soccer game. We're going to go play our soccer game, and we know our soccer game starts at 8 o'clock. And we know that our soccer game lasts for 2 hours. Okay, 2 hours and 15 minutes. Okay, so we know our soccer game is going to last for 2 hours and 15 minutes. That's the elapsed time it's going to take to finish our soccer game. What we don't know is, what time does that mean our soccer game is going to end? So when mom and dad say, hey, your game starts at 8, and you're like, well, I know my game is 2 hours and 15 minutes long, so what time is it going to be when I'm done and I can go play with my friends? So let's figure that out. Here our clock is set for 8 o'clock, as well as our number line clock is set for 8 o'clock, and we know we're going to travel for 2 hours and 15 minutes. Well, an hour is one time all the way around the clock from where it starts with the minute hand. We count 60 minutes around the clock, and that's equal to 1 hour. No matter where the minute hand is starting, one full circle around the clock is 1 hour. So if we took a full circle around the clock, we would be going 1 hour. All right? But our our hour hand also needs to move 1 hour when we go around the clock one time with the minute hand. So if we start at 8 o'clock and we know we need to move the hour hand 2 hours, we need to add 2 hours to our minute hand. So let's jump our hand 1, 2 hours. So 2 hours more is what time? Yeah, that says 10 o'clock. But it's not just 2 hours that our soccer game is, it's also 15 minutes. So we can start to count our minutes now from this point and figure out what time it's going to end. We know right now that it's going to be 10 because we have a 10 for the hour hand. And we know that 15 minutes is less than an hour, so we can go ahead and put our 10 for our hour. And then let's count 15 minutes. 5, 10, 15 minutes. So what time will our soccer game end? It's going to end at 10:15. So the elapsed time of 2 hours and 15 minutes means that our game starts at 8 o'clock and it will end at 10:15. All right, let's try to start one where it isn't so easy. It doesn't begin on the o'clock like this one did. And let's see if we can figure out this one when we don't know the elapsed time, but we know what time it ends. All right, here we go. So we're actually going to start this clock at 8:15 for this problem. So we're going to imagine we're going to the movies and the movie starts at 8:15. And when the movie starts at 8:15, we know the movie's going to end at 9:45. So how long is the movie? What is the elapsed time of the movie if we begin at 8:15 and we're going to end at 9:45? So I've started our number line clock at 8:15 as well as our analog clock. For this one, I'm going to take away the helping around the outside. And let's see if we can figure this out without the extra minute hand helpers. So 8:15, and we're going to go to 9:45. So it's kind of like doing our place value where we have 3 digits in both of these numbers. And we're going to start with the very first place value digit, the 8 on the start time and the 9 on the end time. We know that in order to go around the clock 1 full hour, you must take a full circle and start and stop at the same point, okay? So if we go around the clock 1 time, we have to stop at the 3 to make it a full hour on this one, okay? But what we do know about the hour hand is if the number, we can look at the 8 and we know that 9 is the next number and we can count how many hours that is by moving it that many numbers. We went from 8 to 9 and that was only 1 hop in the hour. So we already know that this looks like it is 1 hour more. So we know that at least 1 hour has elapsed when we went from 8:15 start time to 9:45. Well, now we are on what time? 9, 5, 10, 15. We're at 9:15 now. We've gone 1 full hour from the same spot, 8 o'clock and 15 minutes, and we're going to move 1 full hour. Let's count that in 60 minutes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. We have to keep going till 60. 50, 55, 60. So that means that we are at 9:15 right now, but we are not at 9:45. This is where the number line comes in a little bit more handy, because if we know we're at 9:15 and we need to get to 9:45, how many more minutes are there between the two? So we can count from the number line and we can jump from here and say we need how many more minutes to get from 9:15, and we're going to stop at 9:45 right here. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start here and we're going to stop here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and we landed there. So it looks like it might be 30 minutes. Well, what does 9:45 look like on the clock? Let's put our helper back on so you can see where the 45 is on the clock. You must know the quarter hours to figure this out. And look, where is my minute hand going to stop when I get to 45? It's going to come all the way around, and it's also going to stop right here. So how long was that? How long did it take to go from the 3 to the 9, where I'm going to stop at the 45? Let's count it. Let's see if our number line version was right. 5, 10. We're not counting it that way anymore. So let's take this away, because we want to make sure that you understand that then those numbers only help when we're actually trying to figure out where we stop. Let's do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes has passed on the clock. And we are now at the time of, put this back on so we know, we're at the time of 9 with the hour hand and 45 with the minute hand. So we have stopped at 9:45, and we went how many extra minutes? We went 30 minutes. So the elapsed time of our movie lasted 1 hour and 30 minutes long, and that tells us how much time has passed. And we can do the same thing with our ending time right here, and know that the ending time is going to be 9:45, and we can count all those minutes. So let's try that again. So if we start at 8:15, and we end at 9:45, we would count up to 60 and then start over again, because 60 minutes is an hour, and then we're going to need to start over again. Let's try it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. I'm at 9:15 for an hour, and I've got to go again. I've got to start again at 0, right? So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right, so 1 hour and 30 minutes. All right, I'm going to show you one other way to be able to do this. We already know that an hour passed when we put 8:15 to 9:45. To go from 8 to the 9 in the hour, we only moved 1 hour. So that was easy. What's another way we can figure out how many minutes might have gone by? Well, we can actually do a subtraction problem just using the 2 digits in both of the minutes. So let me set that up for us, and we'll come back and figure that one out. All right, so here we go. I have taken away the clocks, and we're going to focus only on the minutes, because we already know 1 hour is the difference here. To get from 8 to 9, we need to jump 1 time, okay? Now we're going to figure out the minutes. So the way we do this is the minutes on this one are larger than the minutes on this time. So we're going to subtract, starting with the large number on top, and we're going to take away, I'm going to circle that so I remember I'm taking away, the smaller amount of minutes on the other one. And we're going to figure out how much time is the difference. All right, so if we start in the ones place and we say 5, take away 5, how much is 5 take away 5? Well, of course, we know how to do that, but let's do it the way we've learned. If we have 5 objects and we take away 5 objects, how many are left? 0. Very good. So now we're going to move over to the tens place, and we're going to take 4, take away 1. So if we have 4 objects and we take away 1, how many are left over? There are 3 left over. So 45, take away those 15 minutes, and how many minutes are left? 30 minutes. So that's how another way we can get our 30 minutes for the rest of our elapsed time. So from 8:15 to 9:45, the elapsed time is 1 hour and 30 minutes. I hope you can go find some word problems that help you understand how to do elapsed time, and practice those at home and put them on a piece of paper and work on them to get a little more practice. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later.